G'day friends, and welcome to Anything Goes Saturday, where Robbie and I share a project created with what we have in our stash. So I'm just going to make sure that we are live and we're nice and straight with things. That's the most important thing. I'm just going to shove my hand. Okay. See how we go. And we're nice and crooked there, aren't we? That better? Okay. That looks about right. Okay. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different, and we're sort of going to wing it. Don't really know what I'm doing, but I've got an idea in my head. We're going to use AAll Create Stencil, an AAll Create stamp set. I love the images that this company has. They're great for colouring, and I just love I just love them. So we're going to use that, and we've got a clear stamp set from Arden Creative Studio, and it's from the Maker series, Artful Edges 01. We're going to use this image here, I think. So we'll see how we go and what it turns out like, okay? Now, I've already embossed a piece of cardstock, but I'm now thinking I should have stamped first, but we'll see what happens, eh? So, I've already coloured our little girl, and I've just copied from this actual image here, just with the colours that I had. It was really fun to create, actually. But we're not going to use any of the other images. We're just going to use that. And this looks like either a book or a little computer or laptop or something. Okay, so she's done. Then we'll bring in our piece of embossed cardstock. It's just white. And it is the Time Worn 3D embossing folder from Stampin' Up. Okay, then we'll put our stencil over the top and stick that down onto our sticky mat. It just makes the edges, so we should be right to go. Okie dokie. And then we'll bring in our colours. Now I'm going to use shaded lilac, worn lipstick, and dried marigold on this card. And I think my ink pad may need a little bit of, I'm just looking for a piece of scrap paper. Ink. Re-inking. Yeah, it does. So what's happening is, once I go over the embossed cardstock, it is highlighting the raised areas of the embossing folder. Okay, so it's not going down into the debossed side, I suppose, the flat parts of the folder, except where there's white space, it will then go down there. So I'm just going to randomly do this. That's one colour. Then we'll do an orange, the dried marigold. as I mentioned, I'm just going to wing this. So I'm just randomly sponging this. There's no order to it. And then we're going to play with the worn lipstick. And I've probably done these the wrong. Okay. This just adds colour to your embossing that you've done. And I am bringing it up a little bit too into the dried marigold, a little, not too much. Then we can carefully lift that off. Look at that. Oh, nice. I like that. Okay. Now put all those aside. Then what we're going to do is bring in our stamp and our ink. And I'll just use a Memento black. Now I know we're going to be stamping over an embossed piece of cardstock, but I think that might just add more interest. And we're not going to have the whole image showing. I'll just do one more, and that's about it. There is parts here where it didn't show up, but that's okay. I'm happy with that. And we can take this off our sticky mat. Put that aside. And then I'm thinking what we might do is die cut a circle into this piece of cardstock. If I can find, here they are. And I'm just using stylish shapes from Stampin' Up, eh? And we'll do this one. So just bear with me and hold on a tick while I go and do this. Okay, so that's done, and I've taken it right over to the side. Now, because I have taken this through the die cutting machine, it has flattened our embossing a little bit. So what you could do if you wanted to was take it through the embossing folder again, and to do that you would just grab the embossing folder and put it in. Now you should be able to, you may not in this instance, but in most instances you can feel this piece of cardstock slot into place. And then if you wanted to, you could run it through again. But I'm not going to worry about that. I'm happy with that. So we're going to layer it onto a piece of black cardstock. Just like that. Actually, we won't do that first. What we'll do is I want to put this back into the place, but I'm going to put a circle around it that's been die cut in black, and it's going to fit around the side like that. Okay. Now how I formed that was I grabbed two circles. I just grabbed the same one that I've used and a bigger one. I placed them onto the black cardstock like that, making sure it was nice and even all the way around. You can stick this down with washi tape or masking tape, and I run it through the big shot or sorry, not the Big Shot, die cutting machine. I don't have a Big Shot. What am I talking about? Okay, then you come out with these two pieces. Don't throw this piece away. Okie dokie, you may need that for something else. So what we're going to do is grab this piece and stick it onto here. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue. You can pop this up if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stick it down around the outside of that circle, that space we've made. Don't worry about this side yet. Okay, just like that. And you've got a big hole in your card. Okie dokie. Now you can come in with your scissors and you can trim this off if you want to, or you can leave it as is. Whoops. I should have put more glue. Okay, that should be right. Just trim that, okay? Just like that. Then this piece we can now stick to our layer of black cardstock. I always go around the shape as well, and I'll try and go down the side. Now, if you've gone over the edge, excuse me, when you've die cut your circle, don't worry about that, because you can do exactly the same thing as what I did to the black. Just trim it off and it'll be okay. Just like that. A little bit coming out there, that's okay. Wipe that away. Then we can put this piece onto our base card. I'm just using a white, smooth base card. And of course I don't have a bone folder with me, so I'll just use my thumb. And we're going to put this piece smack bang in the middle of our base card, eh? Now I will have a wider border around the edge. I'm just going to make sure this is lined up properly. But I'm okay with that. I've cut my cardstock with that in mind. There you go, just like that. Okay, and there's your black showing through that hole. That's okay. We're then going to grab this piece. That's our circle that we cut out earlier on. And we're going to pop this up, eh? This is just going to add a little bit more interest and depth. Now, when we place this back in, we want to make sure that our images are all nicely lined up with the images on our base card. And that's all nicely lined up. See that going around there, and then that goes around there, and then gently press down. Okay, so this piece is now popped out from your card front. So that's done. Now this little girl, I'm thinking we might just put her over the top like that. And I think we might add a couple of dimensionals along the top of her head, because we've got to give it a little bit of support. I was going to pop her up, but I think we might just lay her flat. Just like that. Yep. cute. Then I have a, well, I think I did. Can't find it. I did have a sentiment. And I can't find it. Okay, I'll leave that go for the moment. We're going to bring in our sticky mat again. This is for the inside of our card. And we're just going to put that down like that. We'll grab our stencil once again, which I've thrown to Kingdom Come. And we're just going to stick that down there like that. We'll bring in our brush. I'm not even going to re-ink it. Or maybe I should, because our ink pad needs re-inking actually. No, this will be okay. What else have we got here? That's the pink. And we'll just do a little bit of orange, eh? The dried marigold. There you go. That's done. While we're here, let's do our envelope as well, eh? Grab our stencil again, stick it down, and I think we'll just do the dried marigold on this. I love this stencil, and that'll do us. Take that away. Add a little bit of glue to our white card layer. Add it to our black. And we've just got about 1/8 of an inch around the as the border, eh? And then this can go to the inside of our card. And I don't know what I've done with the sentiment. So I will do that later on. And then the link to my blog will be in the description below. But it won't be posted until Tuesday if you want to see the finished result. But there's a link to Robbie's blog or Robbie's project in the description below as well. So be sure to click on that to see what she's done today. And I'm liking that actually, lots and lots of circles. And just the little bit of embossing and the little bit of stamping just adds a little bit more interest. Okay. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. And enjoy your day, eh? See ya. Hooray.